Alright, so in this video I wanted to show you how to make, or how I made, a bandsaw insert, blade insert. I picked up this quarter cable bandsaw on a local marketplace website, not Facebook, but anyways, I'd bought it, and the guy that had it, he also did laser engraving, oddly enough, but he had messed up this insert, and it had definitely been chewed up by the blade. And instead of buying one of these, I thought I could probably just make that with the laser. And so in this video, I'm just going to show you how I went about making this insert out of wood. And one of the benefits of making this out of wood and having a template to use your laser to adjust this, you can kind of just make it to fit your bandsaw and fit your needs. So, I mentioned a zero clearance insert. Well, all you have to do is adjust this opening and tighten that up with your laser, so you're just adjusting. So to make this, one of the things is if you're just getting started in doing laser engraving, you're going to find that you've got to just kind of make templates, make prototypes, and figure it out as you go. So, I started out and I just made this simple circle, and I cut out a groove or a little slot in it. And then from there I saw, whenever I put it into the bandsaw, I saw that maybe it didn't line up exactly right, and maybe I needed to adjust this notch. There was just a lot of factors that you have to think about, and you have to make these micro adjustments. So you end up making multiple templates like this, and I just wanted to make sure that you kind of understood that as we get started. So I'm going to make this and the software, and then we'll take a look and see how we can go forward from there. All right, so to create this, what we want to do is get started with the basic shape. So the biggest shape here, of course, is going to be the circle. And on the bandsaw, I just started out by measuring this with a digital caliper. I took the original and got that measurement, set my diameter of this circle. And then you can see here we've got this little cutout, and then we've got a notch in the top. So to do that, what I did was I just went over here and I created the circle first. You can see I've got that in red. And then I took a rectangle for the cutout, and then I took another small circle for the notch at the top. And my tip on this is to just get these basic shapes set up for your machine, and then highlight them all, copy it, and then paste it, so that way you've got that to come back to. So I'm going to take the cutout for the bandsaw blade, and you can see I've got that set up about in the center. But whenever I did the first template, it actually was offset, and I wanted to then take and adjust it and lower it a little bit. So that's the nice thing about having these parts individually, is that you can take and make those micro adjustments and then make a new template for the cutout. So once I had that position where I wanted it, all you need to do is simply select the rectangle, hold down Shift, and then select the circle. So now both of those objects are selected. And then we'll use the subtract tool, and we're going to subtract out the rectangle from the circle. And you can see now how this is all just one piece, but now that rectangle is deducted or subtracted from the overall circle. And then we'll do this smaller notch circle the same way. So again, you just, if your bandsaw might not even have this, as part of the design, so you may not need it. But the notch, on my bandsaw, the purpose of the notch was to keep this from rotating around, so it just locks it in place. So again, we'll select the small circle first, then hold down Shift and select the larger circle. And then let's use the subtract tool again to subtract this out. So there's my template. We could go ahead and cut one of those out, and then if there's anything, test the fit. If there's anything that needs to be adjusted, we simply can come back over here to this, which was a copy of what made this template. And let's say we needed to, slightly move that rectangle up. Well, we can and use your arrow keys to make micro adjustments. You see how it's just barely moving it up or down as I move those arrow keys. So that's really helpful in fine tuning and making all the final adjustments and getting it so that it'll fit your bandsaw. So, like I mentioned, there's really not a template that I could create that would fit every bandsaw because they're all made differently. And hopefully this gets you an idea of what the steps that you would need to take so you can create this template for your bandsaw. And then you've got it, and you can always cut out new inserts or adjust it if you wanted to make a zero clearance, or if you wanted to make different types of inserts for your bandsaw, or even out of different material. On this project, I used the 3mm basswood plywood, but you can use whatever you want to for your project. So I hope this has helped out, and please share this with somebody else if they may benefit from this project. Thank you for watching.